Hi, it's Matt in the kitchen, and I'm here with my new Instant Pot. So I do have a pressure cooker. I'm actually on my second one. I use it all the time. But a lot of people ask me about the Instant Pot, so I thought it's Black Friday, I'll pick one up. So let's see what it is. This is the box straight from Amazon. They had a pretty good price on them this year, so that's where I got it. Let's see how it looks. Okay. There we go. Box. A box within a box. That's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we needed. So this is the Instant Pot. I got the 9-in-1 Duo Plus 60. So it is a 6-quart, should be about the same size as my other one, and it says it's going to be faster and easy and smart and healthy, which is actually honestly what I've been doing with my current pressure cooker. Let's open it up. So it does come in a nice box. The top, I do like this, that's pretty nice. Right at the top it tells you what all the pieces are. So it lists it off, the manual, recipe box, reference guide, rice paddle, soup spoon, measuring cup, condensation collector, steam rack. Steam rack's a wonderful thing. And then it goes over some of the basics of the actual pressure cooker. So it's telling you it's got a handle, the cover, pressure release, float valve, the inner pot, and then the inner pot and the actual cook body. So let's pop this open. So here we go. We've got that's a user manual and some quick start instructions in a nice plastic bag. We have the cord. So a standard cord like you have on most computers actually. Styrofoam. And let's pull this out. And there's the actual pressure cooker. Okay, so we've got our plastic bag. And there it is. There's the pressure cooker. So it looks pretty nice. It's got a bunch of settings here for the soup, meat, chilies, cakes. This one of the nice things with the 9-in-1, it does come with the cake setting. Eggs, slow cook, saute. Saute I do use quite a bit. Rice, that's a wonderful setting. I know I'm gonna use that. Multigrain porridge, steam, sterilize, yogurt, and pressure cook, along with the timers. Okay, looks like for this one, you just turn it clockwise and pop it up. So here we go. It's pretty much a pretty standard design. It's got a nice sealing gasket. It's got the lock in the vent, and there's the pressure sensor, and of course a pin on the side to lock there. And of course, a warning label. What does this warning label say? Warning, hot steam from steam release can cause burns. Do not place hand, face, or protected skin over the steam release valve. So this, when you release it, you'll see that, but lots of hot steam does come out. You don't want to burn yourself. There is another warning sticker. It's telling us to, before pressure cooking, make sure this is sealed. I do like how this is actually embossed into the plastic. So you can see that it's sealed and venting. It's very clear. It's part of the plastic. It's not going to rub off like paint. That's actually really nice. During cooking, avoid touching the top. It does get hot. It's a pressure cooker. It's above the normal temperature for boiling. That's why it cooks so fast, because it's extra hot. So it will get hot. And this is just a little sheet of steel here, so it's going to get hot all the way through. Never put your hands or face near there. After cooking, the inner pot may be stuck to the lid. Make sure it's released and pull it off. And do not open it when this is locked up, because it's under pressure. It's actually a safety feature. You probably can't unlock it when it's under pressure. Well, that's pretty nice. Let's see what else is in here. More plastic bags. Make sure you throw out these plastic bags. You don't want to leave them laying around if you've got children. So we've got here. Measuring cup. Measuring cup is very important. You always want to make sure you have a minimum amount of water in a pressure cooker. It's nice that they gave you a little cup with it. Nice big numbers. Again, these numbers aren't printed on. They're actually molded into the plastic, which is really nice, so it won't wear off like a lot of other ones can. Now we've got a spoon. That's a nice big spoon, and a spoon rest, I guess, or this is the rice spoon and it's off. Let me see. Yeah, so that kind of sits there. Okay, spoon in the ladle. This. I think this is going to be, I should actually read the manual, but that's just going to be a little catch container. So what does happen is some of the steam will go and it'll drip up. It'll get caught here. It'll get caught here around the edge. So I'm going to pull this out. It'll get caught around the edge, so it'll actually drop down. This is recessed, goes through this little hole and it'll get here. So when you do get some condensation and things, it'll drain off nicely into this little container, which is very easy to remove. That's a nice little feature, it just pops right off. So let's get back to the actual pressure cooker. There's the bowl. Another warning label. And basically it's saying, watch out for the steam. That steam is super hot. You want to keep your skin away from it. When in doing the initial test run, fill the inner pot with 3 cups of water using the measuring cup. And see the manual for details. And then it's got other warnings that certain foods can cause its stickiness. So you always do have to be careful with those ones that get a little bit gummy. And then do not overfill. Never overfill a pressure cooker because if it does get plugged up, it won't release the pressure and it could get quite dangerous. So, some more warnings. Another sheet of cardboard. This actually comes with a little metal strainer basket, so that when you put things in and you want to steam them, you can use this. A little bit big in there, so I'll probably still might use my other strainer one, which I'll show you. But it's a nice thing to have. It is all metal, so it should hold up pretty nicely. Some more cardboard, and I'm assuming that is to make sure that the stainless steel pot looks nice. Here's the stainless steel inner pot. Seems pretty nice, pretty solid. You can see here it has, again, I really like this, everything's embossed right into the material, so it's never going to wash off. But you can see pressure cooker max, it's got a maximum line at 2/3 and half full. So you know exactly how far you can fill it up, and it's nice and big, nice and clear, easy to read. It does seem like it has a nice strong base too, so it shouldn't warp. It should make sure it has good contact. And it's nice and shiny. Everyone likes shiny things. Finally, the inside of the pressure cooker, the rest of it. Another warning, but you can see here, it's got the burner, has the temperature contact thing there. And the side here, you can see they put a nice coating on this. So rather than just being plain steel, they've put a nice, I guess, some sort of ceramic coating on that. So overall, it looks like a pretty nice pressure cooker. I'm going to have to do some comparisons to see how it works compared to mine, and I'm also going to do some trials. But there you go. With this pressure cooker, you get pretty much everything you need to get started and do some basic cooking. I'm just going to go and I'm going to do the initial test run with it, and we'll see how it works out. So for that test run, it does have directions in the manual, and I do recommend check the manual to do this if you're at all unsure. But I'll pull it out and we'll go through it together. So now I'm going to do the test run. So this is one of the upgraded ones with the removable cord. Now it is a rather thick cord, and that's because this does use quite a bit of power, which is probably why it's so fast. So let's plug this in. So now on the manual, and I'm going to read the manual for this, for the test run. Make sure you've got it all open, it's all clean and free from debris. One note, do not put the lid on for the saute program. I'm assuming that's because the saute program will just crank it to maximum heat or very high heat and won't really watch the pressure. So the initial test run is just to get yourself familiar with it and try it. and it's really just boiling water. So it says add 3 measuring cups of water to the inner pot. Now before we do that, just one thing I want to go over. Make sure the outside of the pot is dry. You don't want any water in here or getting down into the element. So once this is installed, it does have a little bit of roll off and it'll get caught here and it probably won't fall down. But you do want to make sure the outside of your pot is dry. So let's add our water. 1, 2, 3. So we've got our water. Check this. It's all nice and clear. There's no debris. The little locking pin moves freely. So here it has indicators. So close, open, and the locking point. So the lock and unlock. So I'm going to line this up here. Oh, realize it's on. It started turning on. So it's on the unlock. It's off. Let's close it. Made a little sound there. I guess it knows that it's closed. So I'm going to take it from venting. I'm going to put it to seal. And then it says put it on the steam setting for 2 minutes. So it's off. So I'll put the steam setting. I want it for 2 minutes. So I'm just going to go down. 2 minutes. Now it says you just wait your 10 seconds. It'll beep telling you that it's on, and it's on. So right now what it's doing on the inside, there's some little icons here. And maybe later I'll go through those. But right now it's just heating up to bring it up to pressure. It's just going to start boiling that water, build the pressure, seal off, and pressurize. So in the 2 minutes that should be enough time for it to come up to temperature, pressurize, confirm that everything's working good. And there we go. So we'll see how that goes. Now while that's doing, one of the other things in there is a quick reference sheet, which is kind of nice. It tells you a lot of the basic things that it has, so what all the different codes on the front mean, and you know, when it's in the countdown, it's at keep warm, things like that. The other side gives you some hints for some of the basic programs and how to do some of the features. So what I'm actually probably going to end up doing with this is laminating it, putting it on a little hook and putting it on the inside of my cupboard there, so it's a quick reference until I get used to it. And okay, well, I thought I heard something. So right now it's just heating up, so it's going to boil that water, and we'll be back once it's done its pressurization. There it is. The 2 minutes is up, so I'm going to hit cancel. We'll stop that, and it's done. Now you can see here it is locked. So it is locked. You couldn't unlock it if you wanted to. And you can see here there is the pin, that little pin. So that's holding the pressure up. You actually can't easily open it. Now the one thing is when I was turning it, you could see it is under pressure, but this relief valve isn't very tight. It's very easy to release. So if you shake it, it'll spurt out steam. So make sure you keep your fingers away from there. That steam is very hot. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to flick it and vent out the steam. Now remember, I put 3 cups of water in there. There's going to be a lot of steam. I'm just going to get away a little bit away from my cupboard there. So as you can see, there is a lot of steam in there, and it's incredibly hot. Be very careful. You don't want to burn yourself with that. And now you can see it's still under a little bit of pressure in there. That pin is still up, keeping it locked. So there we go. So you can see a little bit of water vapor still coming out, but it is no longer not locked. It's not under pressure. I'm just going to bring it back. I'm going to carefully open it. Now again, it's not the high pressure steam, but this was just boiling and it's still going to be very hot in there. And there we go. Hooray, we boiled water in a pressure cooker. But what we've actually accomplished, we've confirmed this particular pressure cooker is working as it should. It comes up to pressure, it releases the pressure just fine. And it's ready to go. So hopefully you found this video a little bit interesting. If you did, hit that like button. If you're curious what you can make in a pressure cooker, go ahead, check out some of my other videos. I've got a lot of ideas there. And if you want to see something that I don't have up, go ahead and send me a message and I'd be glad to try to do something for you. And be sure to subscribe to see my other upcoming videos. That's all for now. Bye.